Hey, what's happening, friends, and welcome back to another long overdue video. As you can see by the look of the work table full of enclosures, today is moving day. I've got quite a few tarantulas to put into bigger houses, so this video promises to be at least a little bit interesting and entertaining. Hopefully it'll be a little educational and possibly even a little bit of excitement, but for my sake, let's hope not on the excitement part of it. Anyways, I'm going to quit talking. You guys are going to go get a drink and a snack and come back, and we're going to move some teas. Alright, so this first tarantula is one of three that has been needing a new home for a while. This guy actually matured out. It is a male, so this is as big as he will get. So I just wanted to give him a little bit bigger of a personal living space for the rest of his life, which unfortunately won't be but more than another couple of years maybe. This is an old world tarantula. It is a baboon, a fossorial or semi-fossorial tarantula. All these guys chose to web up a lot and live on top of the ground. This is a Harpactira, Harpactira caffrariana coastal. They're not very common in the hobby. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen another video on YouTube of someone with these. They have been temperament-wise about like my Harpactira pulchripes Phoebe was. When they were younger, they were a little skittish and liked to hide, but were never really defensive. And these guys have actually been, their demeanor has been pretty chill, as you can tell. I am going to have to probably get him out into a catch bottle or something and then transport him, because this thing is too big to fit in there, and walk him out. But there he is, a mature male Caffrariana coastal. Alright, so I got him into the bottle, facing toward the neck. Now all I got to do is just give him a few pokes in the bum. He'll hopefully walk on out. I tried to make a little bit of a starter burrow there in this enclosure, but unfortunately I kind of mixed the substrate a bit dry, so it just kept wanting to collapse on me. But he is down in there now, and we'll leave him alone and let him do his little thing. But you can see about the only anchor points I had left was these fall leaves. I wasn't about to go out and just get a bunch of bare sticks from the yard, so just a little bit more color and everything in the enclosure. It'll all be webbed over pretty soon, hopefully. Alright, let's go and move on to the next one. Alright, and here we have Caffrariana Coastal number 2. We're going to try the old Tom Moran poke and pray method. I do not know the sex on this one, but it has been pretty chill and not really prone to bolts. There was a little defensiveness. They definitely don't want to come out of these enclosures, so I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to have to cup it and get it out, so bear with me. Alright, so here we go. We got it in the bottle. It already seems like it's ready to come on out of there. We'll just give it a little bit of convincing to go right out into its new home. I did away with the light because it was creating too much glare. And I'm not real happy with the camera on this phone. And now we've got one on the move. Let's put the lid on there and leave it, and we'll get back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I apologize. We did get that one under control in the enclosure. So there was a little bit of excitement there, but not much. We're not going to take a chance with this one. We're going to put it in the bottle and then open the feeding port on the lid, put the bottle in there, and poke it in. That way we don't have a run. We've already gotten a pretty good look at these beauties anyway, so let's just go ahead and get them in the new house and not mess with them anymore. Alright, let's get this over with so we can move the other teas. Try to give you a down the tube shot here, and hopefully this one won't turn around on me and we'll just decide to go right down into its new enclosure. So glad that these guys are not New Worlds, because they would probably be kicking hairs all over the place, but instead is starting to act like a typical Harpactira and get defensive with the paintbrush. Actually grabbed it right there, but that pissed it off enough to convince it to back out of the bottle and into the tub, and now we won't piss it off anymore. and I'll give you updates on these guys as far as like how they're webbing their enclosures and all that stuff. But we've got some other tarantulas to move, so let's get around to it. Well, that was a little bit adventurous, so we did have some excitement there. That's good. That is absolutely the worst behavior I have ever had out of any Harpactira. And you saw why that one was getting defensive, because I kept poking it. Fortunately, it was with a soft brush, so it didn't hurt it. Just irritated it. But when you're not poking them around and everything, the only thing they do is just the tiniest short burst. Like if you blink, you miss it. They almost like just turn around or something, just change direction, like when you're opening their enclosure or something. But other than that, you open their enclosures up, do maintenance and everything, and they just pretty much sit there. They might go after the water when you're filling the water dish, or pray if you put it in, but otherwise they just sit there. This one here, like I said, I'm not sure how this one's going to go either, because I've never had to rehouse one of these. This is an arboreal, so it will be a little bit faster than those guys that we had there. This is my Salmopoeus cambridgei, the Trinidad Chevron. This is a suspect male just because I don't know, his body shape and his legginess and everything, but I'm really not sure. I've never had to rehouse this guy. It's the only enclosure that's been in. It has not been defensive or bolty, just skittish and wants to hide, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. I may just try to take that whole cork bark out and see what happens. So let me get my tools and let's get ready to move this little guy. All right, here we go, guys. Fingers crossed. Really beautiful spider. It would be nice if it turned out female, but I don't know. It just kind of looks male to me. This is the first one of these Salmopoeus cambridgei I have ever had, and this cambridgei is only the second Salmopoeus I ever had. I forgot how I did that cork bark. It was actually two pieces halved and leaned up against each other, and it made its tunnel out of that. Let's see if from here I can just convince it to go down into the new cork bark. No, okay. Typical Salmopoeus attitude. And it looks like it wants to stay in that cork bark, so what I'm going to do for now, since we got a good look at it and we pissed it off, now he wants to hide, I am going to leave all of this cork bark in the enclosure, and then we will just let him come out on his own. But for now, let's move along. That was fun. Alright, well, the first half of that video was a whole lot more exciting than I anticipated it would be. Hopefully these guys won't give us as much trouble. They are quite a bit smaller. Starting with this little guy right here. This is my Tolitocatl vagans, the Mexican red rump. I got this as a freebie a while back. I really am not liking the camera on this phone, guys. I got this one as a freebie a while back when I got some other tarantulas that I had been wanting. And this little guy has had a pretty even temperament. You know, a little shy and bolty, but other than that, it's been a pretty chill little tarantula up until now. Watch it prove me wrong. Let's see if I can get it into its new house. Little bit of resistance. You're going to like this house a lot better, buddy. Trust me. This tarantula right here is long overdue for a rehouse. And it'll have plenty of growing room now in this enclosure here. And that was rather uneventful, which is good. Not digging this camera. I don't really know what's going on. Anyway, guys, sorry about that. So there we go. That is the next one we've gotten rehoused here. I've got two more little spiderlings to rehouse. Never rehoused this species before, so it ought to be interesting. There we go. That was the Tolitocatl vagans, Mexican red rump. Alright, I'm not sure how this one's going to go. I don't know how this spiderling is going to react, but I do have a catch cup at the ready in case it decides to bolt. I'm hoping just to poke it backwards out of its enclosure. We'll stop right there just to take a brief look at it. This is the Pterinopelma sazami, or Brazilian blue, or Brazilian blue dwarf, or something like that. That's why we don't use common names, because you get some of those confused. Some of them sound the same, or whatever. So We always go by the scientific name, and this one is, like I said, the Tyrannopelma sazami. I have 2 of these, and I got these guys as freebies as well. Looks like this one's gonna hopefully cooperate for us. Let me find the lid for that enclosure, just in case when I go to pull that tub out it wants to try to run. These guys aren't much to look at right now as spiderlings, but they become beautiful blue when they turn into adults, and that was kind of what I was hoping might happen. But we've got the situation contained. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so here we go again. Let's poke and pray. I've got the lid and the catch cup at the ready, just in case it wants to bolt. Hopefully it will just run into its new enclosure and not want to go any further. Kind of doing like the last one there. Yeah, there we go. And it is in. And that is the last spider that we have to move, which signifies the end of the video. And I hope that you did enjoy it. You'll let me know with a thumbs up and a comment. Really sorry for the lack of content here lately. It's just been a rough year. In between that and being busy with work, sometimes I'm too busy to do videos. Sometimes I just don't have the motivation that I need to put forth the effort to do these videos. So thank you guys for watching the ones when I do put them out, and I really hope that you do like them and appreciate them, and you'll let me know. If you haven't, like, comment, share. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night. Gosh, I'm stepping all over my tongue here at the end. Sorry about that. Have a wonderful day or night. Take care of yourselves and each other. God bless.